Hey, good morning, ProStart. It's Chef Jackson Lamb. Here we are. Are we recording? We are recording. Hey, I'm here to talk about Chapter 18, which is all about seafood in your ProStart Level 2 book. You know, there's no way I can go over everything that's in that book. So why don't we just stick with some of the basics, okay? Number one, when we're dealing with seafood, we're either dealing with fresh or frozen, okay? There's a lot of great frozen product out there. I've used a lot of it. And in fact, there's a lot of product out there that you can't get fresh. Shrimp is one of those items that is always going to be frozen. You can find fresh shrimp if you're on the coast, but typically not in Denver. Calamari is always going to be frozen. There are other items out there, but let's swing over to the fresh side. Fresh seafood is absolutely the best. And believe it or not, we have more of a variety of seafood in Denver than I've seen in Santa Clara, California. So it's kind of funny that sometimes when we're right on the coast, we don't have exactly what we're looking for seafood-wise. When it comes to fish, a couple of issues that we're looking for. When we're dealing with fresh and you're dealing with a whole fish, we should see that the eyes should be clear. The flesh of the fish should be firm. It should spring back when you push against it. It shouldn't smell like anything. Maybe it should smell like a little like fresh salt water. If it smells like something else, it's probably not the freshest fish. And it's okay to take a pass on fish if you think it's not going to be as fresh. And the last thing we want to do is get anybody sick. Other issues. You know, we're in this chapter, they're going to talk about fish with a fin and then all the types of shellfish that there are. So we're dealing about, well, you'll learn about clams, oysters, mussels, abalone. You'll get into shrimp, you'll get into oysters, you'll get into calamari. All of these are reviewed. From a fish with a fin perspective, you know, I think the most popular fish out there right now is salmon. We see it everywhere. Number two, probably tilapia. Number three, boy, that's a tough call right now. I look at what's available in my local store. Halibut is very cost prohibitive. It's way up there price-wise. Tilapia is always available. I'm seeing catfish in Denver. There's a lot of catfish involved, although that's not in my diet. Anyway, that is Chapter 18, Seafood. You know, if in closing, if you can master cooking seafood, and it takes a little technique. So many places that I have visited, they like to fry the seafood. They fry their fish. You know, if you can come up with a technique where you can broil or you can steam your fish, one particular technique that I love is called un papillote. That's when we take a piece of fish with vegetables and we're going to encase it in parchment paper. We're going to bake it so that as the fish is cooking, the steam cannot escape. The fish is cooked at its own steam. Fish en papillote. Something to look at. Chef Jackson Lamb, I got to leave. See you later. I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.